Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome because this is actually my first video. I'm going to really share my experience and just crucial information that I wish I learned when I was going through the internship process. Me as a first generation low-income student, I grew up, with very little resources or opportunities, and so I've always had to learn how to go outside of my shell, to reach out to other people to figure out, what are the ways that they were able to obtain internships. So stay tuned if you want to learn how to, build up that LinkedIn profile, maximize your resume. If you want to learn how to make connections, this video is about us working together as a community and just really ensuring that you as a student have the opportunity to get that internship of your dreams, or just even get your first internship. So I hope this video is really helpful to you guys and hope you learn a lot. So yeah, let's get started. Piece number one is to be proactive, not reactive. Okay, let me say that again. Be proactive, not reactive. Let's break it down. You probably had the same experience when you're scrolling through LinkedIn and you keep seeing students scrolling and seeing that they already secured an offer for the upcoming summer, or they already have, a full-time job offer, right? And you're like a senior, you're like a junior, and you're like, oh my gosh, like how are they doing all this amazing stuff? And I'm
this year, like I am not that great, like why should I even get like this internship? Like, oh my god, like I'm so bad, like I'm so horrible, like I'm not gonna get anywhere in life, right?
Stop. Don't put yourself in that rabbit hole. Do not even think about that. Okay, why are we comparing ourselves to other people?
Your mindset is so powerful, and when you think that you're able to do great things, when you are able to have that positive mindset of, okay, I may not have gotten an internship in the past, but now is my opportunity to, when you have that shift, that's when the magic happens. Okay,
success does not happen overnight. Trust me, I've tried. Some of the ways for you to be more proactive would be by first starting to ask yourself these questions. Number one, what is your dream company? Second question, what would be your dream role?
now this doesn't necessarily have to be a role that is available yet. It can be like specific areas. So, like, are you interested in like STEM? Are you interested in teaching?
Really asking yourself these questions first can help lay a foundation for what opportunities to look for. Not all experience is the same, but experience is important. One of your first internships that you're gonna have will most likely be unpaid or underpaid, okay? And that's okay, because you need to at least start from somewhere.
First experience in an internship was serving as a social media assistant for this media company that I worked for in my local city, okay? And this was a really fun experience. I was a junior in high school, and now for me as a junior in high school, I just needed something to do outside of the house because, first and things, like, my house had too much going on. So I was like, I need something else to do, something to keep my mind occupied, something that will, help me learn and grow, because I knew myself that from a young age even, I always had the mindset from a young age that as long as I keep myself busy in the things I'm interested in, then I know I'm one step closer to my own success. That internship with that media company, I was able to, expand my photography skills. I was able to meet new people who own these businesses in my community, which is really fun. And those people then recommended me to other organizations or foundations in the community that also needed like help with social media or with their own, content and making like graphic designs, etc. And so, will I say that this experience paid me? No. Did it pay me in other ways that weren't money? Yes, it did. But for me, it just wasn't a priority on whether I did or not, because I was already passionate or interested in it anyways. So whether or not they were paying me, I was still hungry and eager to learn from them, because they already had the experience that I was looking for. They already had the people that they knew that I wanted to know. So of course I'm gonna get it. Of course I'm gonna want to intern at this place, because what other place is gonna offer me the internship? Especially when it was from them knowing me from this organization, where it's like, oh, like, Abby's committed. Again, Abby's prepared. Abby shows up on time. She does the work. So why would I not want her to be on my team? And that's the other thing too. Like, people pay attention to you as a person and how you show up for yourself and how you show up for others. Okay, like, yeah, some people might be talking behind your back, might be hating on you, but that's okay, because you know what? How you present and how you manage yourself and your character, that speaks more volumes than anything. So the fact that you're able to present yourself in a manner that makes other people so interested in you that they want them to work for you, that'll take you far in life. Okay, like, keep that up, because that's powerful.
Even after seeing this, and you're like, oh my
gosh, Abby, I don't have experience at all. Like, I am a junior in college, I've just been working part-time jobs to help my family, or I've just been working part-time jobs, or just been focusing on school, so I haven't really been able to put time aside.
Okay, then what I'm going to need you to do, I need you to close that laptop, and I need you to go to your next club involvement fair. I'm going to need you to do some laps.
Do some of this.
Advice number 3, short steps, long vision. Basically what this means is that we need to focus on the end goal. Again, back to the question, what is your dream company? What is your dream role?
One thing they should also ask is, where do you see yourself in the future? Like, what is your dream life? Like, if tomorrow, you wrote down this list of your dream life, how would it look like? Okay, do you want a big mansion? Do you want to be able to not to be in debt? Or do you want to have, access to maximizing your well-being? Like, like, it can be all these different things that you want in your dream life, right? Envision that end goal. That's the end goal, right? Like your dream life, like your ultimate goal in life. Like, you're not having to worry about this or that, or not having to worry about money, not having to worry about family drama, not having to worry about XYZ. That is your dream life, okay? That is the long-term goal, okay? But how are we going to get to that end goal when you still have all these other steps? Because you're here. You still need to get to here. How are we going to take those steps to get there? Okay, that's why it is important to emphasize on taking those short steps, or understanding what those short steps are, or smaller goals, in order to get there. The importance of achieving those short steps to get to the long goal is to have accountability, some form of discipline. Okay, and when I say discipline, I feel like a lot of students tend to get a little bit like eerie because they think like discipline is like this big scary thing, when in fact it isn't, because you are imposing the sense or the type of discipline that you want to like have in your life to yourself. Okay, so this form of discipline should be something that is easily implemented in your daily schedule or weekly schedule, and something that you can create into a routine, so that way it doesn't really seem like you're disciplining yourself, but rather you're forming these habits on how to be a better you. Okay. So in order to achieve those short steps, it's really important to have these types of skill sets and apply them in your schedule. Whether it's 30 minutes of researching internships, or doing 2 hours a week. Okay, 2 hours a week applying to these internships, or 2 hours a week, building up your resume. How's that going to look like? Really asking yourself these questions of what are my short-term steps and how I can get to my dream life, my end goal, okay? And that's going to help you immensely. Like, a lot of students, they have a sense, but they don't really write it down, or they don't really, like, fully understand what it means. I need you to fully understand what it means, so that way you can achieve your dream life. Because a dream life is not given to you, rather it's worked for, not to be all capitalistic, but it's true, especially if you are a first-time low-income student. Like, you really need to put in the work, you need to put in the mindset, you need to plan it. You really need to plan out your future. This is what people mean, okay? Some students already have their future built for them, because who was thinking those short steps? Their parents. And that was before they've been born, okay? You may not have that privilege, and that's okay. That's okay, they may not have had that privilege. But what is not okay is you being okay with not having access to the privileges, okay? This brings me to my advice number 4.
which is asking for help.
I'm a little bit too in the camera. Please look for help. And I don't mean you have to beg people to help you to achieve your goals. But what I am saying is to take advantage of the help that is being offered. And I've asked people, or told people, like, hey, if you need help with your resume, if you need help with the cover letter, let me know, reach out to me. I would love to sit down and have coffee with you to talk about this, because I understand the stress level, the anxiety that comes with having to start from scratch and applying for an internship, trying to find an internship, waiting on the timeline for the internship, being accepted, being rejected, how to deal with the rejection, how to deal with the acceptance, finding out where to find a place to live in the place of the internship, trying to find housing, trying to figure out how I'm going to buy for transportation, trying to figure out how I'm going to, buy all these business professional, business casual clothing, where am I going to buy this clothes, how am I going to afford this clothes when I'm not even getting paid yet because I haven't started an internship, like, all these things that people don't even think about, especially my first-gen low-income baddies don't even have to think about, but they have to worry about it when they go through this process, because no one told them, okay? And it's not because people don't want to tell them, it's because they don't ask, okay? And there's been so many times where I reached out or told people, like, I'm willing to help you, and tell me why. I can count with the numbers in my hand how many people have reached out or followed up with reaching out. It just doesn't go up to me of people taking my willingness to help them. This can be, you not taking advantage of going to the career center. Let's talk about it. Like, why don't you go to the career center? Are you scared they're going to be like, oh, your resume sucks? So what if it does? What if it does suck? At least they're nice enough to tell you that it sucks instead of, holding it in and just waiting for you to fail. You want yourself to fail if you don't want to go to the career center. Okay? All these resources available to you for free through the university. You don't even have to pay for it out of pocket. Yet you don't take the help. Or when there's speaking engagements of someone that is in your particular role, come to the university and you don't go. Why don't you go? Why didn't you go? Especially when you knew that the event was going to happen. Were you scared that they were going to reject you right away? Were you scared that they weren't going to like you? Like, they didn't even know you. And yet they were willing to help other students by coming to the university to speak. So what makes you different of, you know what I mean? Like, so many things that people take for granted, even more so now, that we're saying being taken for granted. LOL. But even now, like, start asking for help and start taking the help that is being offered to you. That'd be my biggest advice. Because not asking for help puts you at a significant disadvantage. Even more so by not asking for help. Because you have, going back to Nepo babies, because, everyone's always like, oh, like, why can't I be a Nepo baby, right? But the thing is, people want to be Nepo babies because why? They don't have to worry about their future, or because they have, like, the short steps already planned out for them, so that way they can have that dream life for them, because it's already been set up through their parents, right? So you not asking for help is putting you at a significantly even more advantage, because they already know what they're doing. But what are you doing? Ask for help. Because if you don't, someone else is going to take that help and use it for themselves, and you're going to be left behind with no internship again. So get moving.
My fifth and final piece of advice for you to obtain that internship is to be hungry. Be hungry. Like, why do you want it? Why do you want it? Why do you want the internship? Why do you want to get it? You have to have some sort of hunger, some sort of inner fire within you to have that discipline, to stay consistent, to again stick to that long goal, to take those short steps to get there. You have to be hungry. I knew that if I did not make myself better, if I did not improve myself, if I did not make the most out of opportunities, if I did not speak in rooms or be in rooms where the opportunities were being kept in, I knew that I was gonna repeat the cycles. And I knew that the way that I was growing up, that was not my dream life. That was not the dream life that I envisioned for myself. And I knew that something in me knew that that was not my dream life.
I think that brings me to my other point for my advice of being hungry is that short-term sacrifice leads to long-term success. And I know that a lot of like the CEOs or like advice gurus will tell you that short-term sacrifice is hard. And I'm not gonna lie to you, like it is sometimes. But once you're able to discipline yourself, it becomes like everyday like movement, everyday knowledge. Okay? And short-term sacrifice doesn't have to be this horrible thing. Okay? Obviously I still spend time with my family. I still go out to hang out with friends. I still like to go on trips. But it's not something I do every day. I mean, I do hang out with friends every day, but it's like, like, as long as you're able to make those sacrifices work in a way that you don't have to sacrifice your whole life, then you're good. Then you're good.
Okay, but that leaves me with my last piece of advice for you guys, and that is just do it. Like, just do it. Like, so many times, like, I hear from other students or just from other people how they want to apply to this internship or this internship. They talk about it so much that they forget to actually, like, do the application. So much so that time passes by. They wait last minute to apply, send an application, all of a sudden they get rejected, and then they get hurt that they got rejected when they did so much talking to other people that they weren't talking to themselves on what their plan was.
So yeah, I hope you guys use this advice and this video to further your own success and to further your own drive and ability to really understand like what type of internships you want to apply for and just apply honestly. And utilize resources all around you because there's help all around us. And I know it's scary times that we are going through right now, but as long as we're able to, be proactive, put in the work, and really believe in ourselves, then that's when we start seeing success. And when we succeed, we are able to succeed, help others. And when we succeed, we're able to help others succeed. And when we help others succeed, we help communities succeed and generations succeed. So yeah, hope this video helps. If you guys have any questions or comments, please make sure to leave them down in the comments below. I literally looked through all my comments. This is my first video. I will look at that. Even this is my first video, I will make sure to look at all the comments because I understand this is really important information. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe because I need to see if people like these videos or if they want to learn more. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and you guys will see a video from me soon next week. So yeah, stay tuned.